Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ChaSpeaks. This is Doccha, your learning partner. I'm excited to introduce our brand new series dedicated to learning all about qualitative research in psychology. This series is designed to guide you through the foundations, methodologies, and practical applications of qualitative research, making these essential concepts accessible and engaging for learners at any level. Whether you're a student, a researcher, educator, or simply curious about how qualitative research shapes our understanding of human behavior and learning, you'll find valuable insights in every episode that we make on the series of qualitative research. So make sure you subscribe and join us in this journey as we dive deep into the world of qualitative research. So, if you're enjoying and finding the value of this video, be sure to watch all the way to the end to complete your learning journey on qualitative research in psychology. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, share your insights, and subscribe to ChaSpeaks channel for more amazing content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update or new lesson. Throughout this session, we will explore several important topics to help you understand the breadth and depth of qualitative research or qualitative methods in the field. Following are the main talking points we'll cover: overview of qualitative research in psychology, historical development of qualitative research, significance of qualitative research, and applications of qualitative research in psychology. Let's dive into each of these points to gain comprehensive understanding in qualitative research. First, the overview provided addresses the overview provided addresses how qualitative research in both in psychology by discussing its definition, key characteristics, and how it differs from quantitative methods. Additionally, this video introduces the common methodologies used in qualitative research. This foundational understanding is essential for exploring how qualitative approaches are applied to investigate complex human experiences in both psychological and educational contexts. Qualitative research in psychology is all about understanding people's thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their natural settings. Instead of focusing on numbers and statistics, it digs deep into how people make sense of their lives. Researchers might have conversations with individuals, observe their behavior, and analyze written stories to get a fuller picture. The strength of this approach is flexibility. It adapts to new insights. It adapts as the new insights come up, allowing researchers to uncover detailed and meaningful information that might be missed in a more rigid, numbers driven study. Essentially, it is less about counting things and more about understanding the why and how behind human behavior. Now, let's differentiate qualitative research and quantitative research. Qualitative research focuses on understanding people's experiences and the meanings they attach to these experiences. Think of it as digging deep into stories, opinions, and emotions, often using interviews, open ended surveys, or observation. It is less about numbers and more about context detail. On the other hand, quantitative research is all about numbers and measurable data. Researchers use surveys with fixed responses, experiments, and existing databases or datasets to test specific ideas or hypotheses. The goal is to find patterns that can be generalized to a larger group using statistics for accuracy and reliability. So, while qualitative research gives you why and how behind behaviors and events, quantitative research delivers the what and how many and how often. Both approaches have their strength and weaknesses. When combined with mixed method studies, can provide fuller, a more balanced view of research question. Hence, qualitative research offers in-depth nuance, while quantitative research provides breadth and objectivity. But together, they help paint a more complete picture. The common methodologies in quantitative research are phenomenology, grounded research, ethnography, and narrative analysis. But there are more. But let's focus on these four methodologies in this video. Let's break this down a bit more simply. Phenomenology is about understanding how people actually experience certain events or situations in their own words. Think of it as getting inside someone's shoes to see the world from their perspective. Grounded theory starts with no set of ideas. Instead, the researchers look at lots of real life data and gradually build a theory from ground up based on what they discover. Ethnography means researchers spend time within community or group, observing and sometimes participating to really understand their culture and daily life. And finally, narrative analysis is about listening to people's stories and analyzing how they make sense in their own experiences. All these methods help psychologists dig deeper than numbers can, using interview, group discussion, or observation to gather rich and detailed insight. Let's take a quick look at how qualitative methods in psychology got their start. Early thinkers like Wilhelm Wundt and William James emphasize the importance of subjective experiences and introspection, planting the seeds for qualitative approaches. Over time, these methods grew alongside more traditional quantitative methods, especially psychologists realized that numbers couldn't capture everything about human thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So, pioneers such as Sigmund Freud, Carl Rogers further shaped qualitative research by focusing on interviews, case studies, and personal narratives. Key milestones include the rise of ethnography and grounded theory in the mid 20th century, which offered new ways to explore complex psychological phenomena. Today, qualitative traditions are vital in psychological research, helping us understand the richness and depth of human experience. Further, qualitative methods in psychology started with ideas from philosophers and psychologists like Wilhelm Withe and Max Weber, who believed it was important to deeply understand people's experiences from their own perspective, a concept which they called Verstehen. Early psychologists often use detailed case studies and clinical notes to learn about individuals. Later, in the mid 1900s, new approaches emerged and that focused on interpreting the meaning and seeing reality as something people construct together. These shifts helped shape how modern psychologists use interviews, observation, and other quantitative tools to explore thoughts, feelings, and behavior in depth. Starting in the 1960s, psychologists began to feel that not just focusing on numbers and statistics wasn't enough to truly understand people. This shift came as a humanistic psychology, emphasizing personal growth and individual experience, gained traction. At the same time, cognitive psychology started exploring how people think and make sense of the world. These changes emerged as researchers to use a wider variety of methods, including interviews, observation, and other approaches that capture the richness of human experience. As interest grew, special journals and research groups dedicated to qualitative research methods were established, making qualitative research a respected and important part of psychological science. Now, the key features and milestones in qualitative research include prominent contributors like Carl Rogers, whose client centered therapy highlighted the value of subjective experience. John Creswell, renowned for advancing qualitative research design, Barbara Fredrickson and Jonathan Smith, who popularized narrative and phenomenological method, respectively. Milestones include publication of seminal texts, establishment of qualitative focus conferences, and methodological innovation reshaping psychological inquiry. This group represent some of the most influential figures in qualitative psychology. Their work ranging from Carl Rogers' client-centered approach to Creswell research frameworks and methods championed by Fredrickson and Smith has shaped how psychologists explore and understand people experiences. In short, they are the central to the field's development. Next, subtopic delves into the heart of psychology by focusing how we understand complex psychological phenomena. And it emphasizes the importance of exploring individuals' unique experiences and their personal meanings they're attached to they attach to them, helping us gain richer insights. By providing depth and concepts to psychological data, this approach moves beyond surface level observation and uncovers the subtitles that shape human thoughts and subtleties, that shape human thoughts and behavior. Moving on, qualitative research is like having a deep conversation with someone rather than just handling them a survey to fill out. Instead of only counting how many often something happens, it helps us to get to the heart of complicated psychological experiences, like how people build their sense of self, deal with tough events, and find ways to cope stress. These topics often don't fit neatly into numbers or checkboxes. For example, if you want to understand how someone recovers from trauma, qualitative research or qualitative methods helps us listen to their stories, observe their emotions, and notice subtle changes over time. This approach shows us the messy, ever changing ways people think, feel, and adapt, things that might be missed by purely statistical studies. By doing so, qualitative research adds rich, detailed insights that help us build a more complete picture of human psychology, which is crucial in developing theories that truly reflect real life experiences. Well, when we talk about qualitative research, we're really talking about a way of understanding people's experiences by listening to their stories and how they see the world. Instead of just looking at numbers or statistics, this approach digs deeper into the thoughts, feelings, and backgrounds of individuals. For example, a researcher might interview someone about important life event and then explore how that person makes sense of it in their own words. This gives us much richer picture of what's really going on beneath the surface. What makes this especially powerful in psychology is that it doesn't just stop at an individual level. By collecting and understanding these personal stories from people of different backgrounds, qualitative research help us see how culture, community, and personal history shape the way people think and behave. In turn, the knowledge we gain feels more real and relevant because it takes into account the actual lives and perspectives of the people being studied. It's a way of making sure our understanding of psychology is grounded in real human experiences rather than just abstract theories and generalization. Let's break a bit. Let's break down a bit more. Qualitative research is all about exploring the deeper story behind numbers. Imagine you're looking at survey results showing that people feel stressed at work. The numbers can tell you how many people feel that way, but qualitative research goes further. It helps you understand why they feel stressed. Maybe it's the office culture, workload, or even physical environment. By talking to people directly and observing the experiences, researchers uncover unique factors at play in real life situations. So, this approach is especially useful in psychology because human behavior is influenced by so many things: our outbringing, the communities we live in, and even the spaces we occupy. Qualitative research helps us connect the dots, showing how these factors shape our feelings and action. It also gives context to the raw data, making it easier to interpret statistics and design solutions that actually fit to people's needs. So, what is the application of qualitative research in psychology? Qualitative research is often used, especially in clinical and counseling settings, social and development psychology, as well as in health, educational, and organizational research. In this context, researchers and practitioners engage participants in an open-ended conversations or interviews to explore the experiences, feelings, and perspective in depth. This conversation approach allows individuals to share their stories naturally and express themselves freely, which helps uncover detailed insight that might be missed with structured survey and quantitative method. For example, okay, in counseling, therapists might use quantitative interviews qualitative interviews to better understand a client's background, beliefs, and emotional states. In social and developmental psychology, researchers might conduct focus groups or one on one interviews to discuss social behaviors or developmental milestones. Similarly, in health research, conversation with patients reveal their attitude towards treatment or barriers to accessing care. In educational or organizational research, qualitative conversation help uncover the motivation, the challenges, and cultural dynamics within group or institution. So, overall, qualitative research helps build trusts and support and rapport, encourage honest and meaningful responses, and provides nuanced understanding of complex human experiences. Qualitative research methods enhance understanding clients' experiences, therapeutic processes, and deepen and treatment impacts. Techniques like narrative therapy, thematic analysis provide rich clients' insight that inform personalized care, improve therapeutic alliances, and support outcome evaluation beyond symptom checklists. Qualitative methods go beyond numbers and statistics to capture the real life stories and feelings of clients. For example, narrative therapy encourages clients to share their personal stories, helping therapists see not just what symptoms exist, but how those symptoms fit into someone's life. Thematic analysis, on the other hand, finds common patterns with what clients talk about, revealing deeper concerns and strengths. So, by using these techniques, therapists or psychologists can tailor the approach to better match each client's unique needs, build stronger relationship, and measure progress in ways that reflect true change, not just score on a checklist. In other words, qualitative research methods like interviews, observation, and focus groups help us really understand how people see themselves, how they grow and change over time, and how they interact with others. These approaches dig deeper than just numbers, allowing researchers to uncover stories behind things like how kids learn social rules, develop sense of right and wrong, and influenced by their friends. This way, we get a more detailed personal look on how people handle different social situation and the challenges as they face as they develop. So finally, what are the key takeaways? So learning this learning video highlights the essential role of qualitative research in psychology from its historical roots and significant applications. So by focusing on subjective experiences and complex phenomena, qualitative methods offer profound insights that complement quantitative approaches, enriching our understanding and fostering meaningful psychological inquiry. In short, these are the main points to remember. Qualitative research is crucial because it helps us explore the why and how behind psychological experiences, not just numbers. It gives us a deeper look at how people thoughts, feelings, and behavior, which adds value to the context to what we learn from quantitative studies. So, by using these approaches together, psychologists can get a more complete and meaningful picture of behavior. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment below with your thoughts and questions, and subscribe to our channel for a more great content. Your support means a lot to us.